Distinction between pagan and heathen? I'm trying to understand the precise distinction between pagan and heathen. My immediate motivation is that I'm reading Sir Frank Stenton's Anglo-Saxon England. Online dictionaries have been imprecise, often offering the words as mutual synonyms. Some issues: are pagans and heathens necessarily polytheists? Did the Romans refer to pagans as others, while having a multitude of gods themselves? Is either word derogatory? Does heathen imply a lower level of civilization?
A pagan is someone who believes in multiple gods, a polytheist. It does not refer to a single religion, but rather a group of historical polytheistic religions. A heathen, on the other hand, is someone who does not hold stock in a major deity, such as the Christian God or the Islamic Allah, as seen from the opinion of the people who do hold those beliefs. So to a person who believes in a Christian God, technically, someone following Islam is a heathen.
As descriptive terms, both pagan and heathen are out of date, but whereas pagan remains in common use to contrast Abrahamic religion from various pre-modern and revived polytheistic competitors, heathen is usually an aspersion, akin to idolater, infidel or heretic. In older days, not a few older dictionaries listed them as interchangeable, even assigning circular definitions, i.e. heathen, a pagan, a heathen. Pagan, too, was more broadly applied, as the 1911 Catholic Encyclopedia has it. In the broadest sense includes all religions other than the true one revealed by God, and, in a narrower sense, all except Christianity, Judaism, and Mohammedanism. Interestingly, the 1898 Webster's Collegiate Dictionary suggests a reverse trend from the modern usage. Pagan is now more properly applied to rude and uncivilized idolaters, while heathen embraces all idolaters. But by the mid-20th century, heathen seems to have fallen out of favor as a synonym for pagan. See for example Engram of Heathen Gods versus Pagan Gods. Pagan and heathen are at once imprecise and exonymic, and not employed by modern anthropologists. Pagan remains in the common term for the state cults, polytheistic worship, and/or idolatry of the classical Greco-Roman, Egyptian, Norse, and Celtic worlds, as remembered and misremembered in the Christian tradition. Outside of some impolite circles, pagan is not applied to the modern major religions, and rarely to folk religion animism or shamanism. Thus, worshippers of Apollo or Odin are described pagans, but traditionally spiritual Iroquois or Baker are not, nor the adherents of Shintoism or Zoroastrianism. Adherents of neo-pagan movements may describe themselves as pagan or heathen. Those who choose one may consider the other to be improper, but there does not seem to be consensus.
One meaning nuance I should bring up here, because you will find it in the wild and it may trip you up, is how believers of these religions self-identify. In particular, Neo-Celtic followers, aka Wiccans, often informally self-identify as pagan. Meanwhile, Neo-Germanic followers often primarily refer to themselves as heathen. So if you hear someone seriously self-identify as pagan, they probably mean to tell you that they are Wiccan. If you hear someone seriously self-identify as heathen, they probably are referring to one of the Neo-Germanic systems of beliefs. Of course, if they are joking, they probably just mean they don't hold the beliefs their family would like them to hold.
Lately, it seems that pagan equals Olympian mythos and heathen equals Asgardian mythos, but I think they were mingled. Heathen in past usage seems to imply a person who is from the heath, and generally an untamed infidel, whereas a pagan was more specifically an idol worshipper.